Tonight I am going to talk about the E6w, hook up some fiber, talk about some SFP modules, and give you guys a 20% off discount code for some 10-4 optics modules. They're in this box that I use. I'll put the link and everything below in here. If you have any questions, you can reach out to Brent. I'll put his email address in the video also. But I want to go over this box. I was very skeptical of the wireless, and I said that in the last video, the very first one, that I didn't think the wireless was going to be good. It works very well. I get 580, 600, maybe a little bit more. I'll do a retest on that and show you guys. I really saw a lot of posts on the forums. A lot of guys say the wireless on these suck, but I'm going to say that's wrong, because it actually is really good. If this is in a small office, this will work great. I have it in a house that's 2,200 square feet, and I have it upstairs on the far end of the house, and I get 3 to 4 bars downstairs in the living room, no issues at all. So it actually is really good. So today I'm going to reset the box, show you guys what it looks like when you reset it, and then do a test, show you the SFP modules, how to set up the Wi-Fi, and then set up the Wi-Fi on another network. I'll do a couple more speed tests. I'll show you a speed test through the phone, speed test through the throughput of this. Yes, it does gigabit in and gigabit out. I have backups running right now at 6 p.m., so the upload might be a little bit slower than the down, but whatever. I actually really like these Ws. The E6w box, very, very good. I have 2 boxes here. We have the wireless version and the non-wireless version because I wanted to compare them, and they do very well. So if you are wondering how good they are, and if you really want to put them into business at a small business where there's a main firewall like that one over there, this will do very, very well. Third video that I'm going to do is I'm going to do a VPN WireGuard from this box to that box, totally different IP addresses. I got 5 WAN IP addresses, so I've got both of them on different WANs, and I'm going to set up a tunnel. I'm going to do iPerf and a whole bunch of other tests and how to do rules and natting and all that stuff. But that's the third video. So this is the first video, or second video. Just wanted to go over and tell you guys a couple things that I was doing. So let's, let me just see here. Let's talk about fiber cable. A simple Amazon LC fiber cable, 16 bucks. Nothing special. I mean, don't touch the ends. I just took the ends off of it, so it's pretty safe right now. Don't play skipping roping with them. That's not what they're designed for. So we got a simple, I think this is a 5-meter cable, okay? I have a whole pile of SFP DACs. Not DACs, SFP modules, sorry. DACs is a cable. I had a video last week with Eric. Thank you, Eric. That was an awesome video. I basically wanted to go over with him and say, hey, what kind of DACs will this thing like, if it's going to be fussy or not. And I proved to myself before even having the video that it is actually not fussy at all. It actually, Eric said that they designed the piece of hardware not to be, I can't remember the words he said, but they're not fussy at all with DACs. So I've tried Cisco SFP2 RJ45 DACs. I'll put the model number of these in the video. There's a simple basic one. Try that. I've tried 2 of those in there. I've tried, which is one? Avego. I got these maybe 5 or 6 years ago. I just threw it in there to try it. And my favorite would be the 10-4 optics devices. Down below, there will be a 20% off code when you check out to get these devices. The reason why I use these is because the Aruba stuff I have back here is picky. It doesn't like certain brands, and I reached out to 10-4 Optics and said, hey, can you give me a module to try just to see what it's like? He said, absolutely, because when I started buying Aruba stuff, it was fresh and we didn't know. They work perfectly. I could put this in the Aruba and they work great. So I have another pair that work in Cisco gear and Unify gear, and it just works flawless in this stuff too. So this right here works good in there. I also tried Finisar. these guys. You guys probably can't see the label and all that stuff. It's going to zoom on my face because it's face tracking right now, but let's see here. No, it's not gonna do it because my face is in the picture. I got face tracking turned on. So these work just fine too. So my point is this device and other devices are not picky from Untangle for modules. So don't be afraid to try the 10-4 optics or other brands you might have. So other than that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk through the basic setup with the box after I log into it, reset it back to factory. And then right now it's just connected with a Cat6 cable, the thin ones, my favorite. And after that, we'll swap over to the fiber and go from there. So let's try that. So let's log into the box. We will launch my browser here. Admin. We'll go to settings. And we'll go to settings and we'll go set the factory refill. Yes. Now, I had a whole crap ton of devices on this box to see what the throughput was like. CPU, I took a couple screenshots and CPU was just flat. It was I was really impressed at what this thing can actually do. I think it's equivalent to my other firewalls that I have over on the rack there, the C3224. Well, I'll name that CPU in a second here. I forgot what it exactly was, but I'll show you. So let's walk through this. So let's give it a password. Nope. A proper password. We'll select our time zone, which is Vancouver down here. We'll go continue. Right now we've got a pair of, this is our WAN address down right here. So we got two WAN addresses, which are SFP and RJ45. One of them has got a 61 address, as you can see here, and it's bound to this MAC address because TELUS in Canada MAC address locks. So we'll go continue. We're going to change this to lab because that's what my phone has already been set to. This is where you're setting your Wi-Fi. We can go to and set the password. So the default password is 1234567 and that's actually in the instructions. I think the instructions are right here on the floor in the baggie. What does it say here? I think it says it right here. Yeah, default Wi-Fi password is 1234567 if you ever need to use that. If you want to connect to this with Wi-Fi to set it up also. Because once you turn it on, it'll give you an IP address. Okay, so I'm going to put bang bang on the end because that's what I've set when I was playing with this. I didn't change any of the other settings because I wanted to see what it did right out of the box. We'll go continue. Interface enabled. And this is our default view. Pretty simple. The first thing I did when I did this is I went to settings, I went to preferences, I turned this to dark, and I saved this just like that, okay? So as you can see on interfaces dashboard, as you can see, it's a pretty nice, easy dashboard to read, right? It's simple, it's a little bit, it kind of has the same theme as what word am I looking for? The other Untangle firewall. I can't remember the name of it now. It's been a long day. So I jump into a speed test. Fast.com, of course, my favorite one. What's wrong with fast.com? Why isn't this not showing up? Hello? Settings. So this is online. Oh, do I have wireless turned on? No. Got an address. Why don't I have any? Network connection. this thing broken? That's strange. Settings, interfaces, advanced, DNS. Maybe Telus' DNS went down. That's probably why I don't use it anymore. So, now let's try fast.com. We are getting 910 down. Let's do an up. Now I have backups running through my other switch there. Actually, no, it looks like they're stopped because I'm getting symmetrical, pretty much symmetrical up and down connection. So that is also with all the features, I believe, turned on. So we got filter, we have to go to threat prevention. Threat prevention's turned on, and web filters turned on. So we have some pretty good throughput. Now the CPU is a C3558. So that's the exact same CPU as I have in one of these boxes. I have a couple of these boxes, which is a super micro box that I've had from a couple of them from work that used to install pfSense. 4 ports and same CPU, and they handle Untangle just fine too. This one's dead. Got too much heat and the fan died in it and cooked it, but that's just a case now for myself. But as you can see, it handles the internet. I'm not going to do any VPNs or any rules or anything like that, just because that's not part of this video. I'm just going to show you guys that it's working. What I will do is a speed test on my phone and show you guys that. Let's make sure we're connected to the right one. Untangle Lab. And let's do a fast. So where's my app? Okay. Now I'm close to it, so of course we're going to have full speed. So right now, through the box, 520 megabits per second. Now if we do the up, over Wi-Fi, there's our peak right here of our traffic. Oh, that's not traffic. Yeah, that's bandwidth by time right there. So our upload was 440 megabits per second. That's pretty good for Wi-Fi. I mean, I think it does 5G on this. Let me just check something here. Settings, interfaces, Wi-Fi. Yeah, 5 gigahertz right there. So it's actually in 5 gigahertz mode, which would explain why we're getting 520, because if it was 2.4, it'd probably be around the 86 to 90. And I mean, the box works really good. I'm actually really happy with it. So what else did I wanted to cover on this? There was a guy on the forum last week talking about this, and he wanted to change the preferences. I'll go back to the beginning here. The dashboard looks like this from default. Now, for things you want to move around, you can actually move them in the dashboard like this. You go here and we go move. We can move this around down here. The problem with that is there's no save button anywhere. So if you log out and log back in, this all changes back to the factory. However, you can click Settings, Preferences, and you'll see the same information right here. You can move these around or delete them or add available other widgets down below here, up above, so that way you can see it. So some people like to see more different pieces of information in different widgets and stuff like that. So say we don't want to see interface latency. We can just grab this down here and get rid of it. And then we can grab another one from down here and add it to the top, right? So let's grab sessions. Do we have that one on the top here? Nope. We'll add it. But if we want, we can actually move these around. So let's go interface usage to the top and then maybe network layout. We'll add that one to the top, but you have to push save. Now, this got me. There's 2 saves buttons, because usually I just rip right to the bottom of the page and push save. But if you rip to the very bottom of the page, you're only saving the theme. So you have to click save to this right here. And actually, it's kind of outlined, but it's kind of not. You see the square edges kind of right here? That's what that's for. So if we push save, and if we go back to the main dashboard, close, you'll see that this has changed just how we put that. So, a little trick there. What else did I want to go over with you guys? 10-4 Optics said he was going to give me 20% off. Oh, the bummer part. As I set up networks for a living and do small branch offices and small businesses and other stuff like that, I always set up 2 SSIDs. One for the private network of the company, we name it to that, and then a guest network. With this, no guest network, no second SSID. I don't know if that's a limitation of the hardware yet, or if it's a limitation of the software. Maybe it's coming, maybe it's not. So that is one thing I didn't like about this. I mean, you could fix that by just buying another access point, but that is just an oxymoron, because if you're going to do that anyways, then you would grab and buy this version with no antennas on and save yourself. What's the price? Oh, I got the hiccups now. Let me see. What's the price difference on this? So if we go untangle.com, the difference. Whoa, they changed the page. Huh, that's a shocker. I didn't even know this was happening. Ha, it's actually all changed now. Huh. Well, that's kind of cool. Maybe shocking. Maybe I should have seen that before. But I go to this website so many times a day. And it's running slow too. It's actually not going quick. Where's our products? I clicked products. Weird. Yeah, and they changed the products pages too. They actually changed this away too. Okay, well let's go in here. Maybe I'm getting a shock. Nope, the other devices are here. So prices for the E6 and E6w is a difference of $100. For $100, you could buy an access point yourself that will have usually between 2 and 5 SSIDs before you start degrading the quality of the actual access point. But I'm a huge fan of Aruba ones. So personally, what I would do is just buy an Aruba access point and a PoE switch and made it to this. I don't know. Sometimes people wouldn't care about that maybe. And it depends. If you don't need a second SSID for guest networks, then the wireless version would work just fine for you. In my house and in my application and on the testing I'm doing, no issues with that at all. So I recommend it, and it's good. Doesn't have any problems. So I'm going to have to look at the Arista page here and see if there's any hardware. Let's do that together. Is there any new hardware and new appliances? No, but I know there are some coming out because I saw a picture of one the other day. So before I end the video, we all know that Arista, or maybe you didn't know, but we all know that Arista bought Untangle, and I saw a photo and I posted it on the Untangle forums right here. Let's zoom in and look at this. If you look at this photo, we can see that there's some access points in the background, some new hardware right here. One is with Wi-Fi antennas, similar to these. Maybe these are EOL. Maybe they're not going to be around for a while. Maybe they will be. Maybe they're projecting this stuff for a couple years away. And then we see very similar products like this. If we look at this, it looks exactly the same as these guys right here. And if we go back to the products and then to the appliances and MicroEdge, we'll kind of see the same devices right here. So maybe they took the Untangle logo off. It sucks because I really like this logo. I've had this logo for 10 years. Time for change, I guess, but whatever. So if we look at this photo, there it looks like maybe we got some switches coming. We got some new appliances coming with new hardware. Like these appliances down here, the 1U rack ones, look like they're old stuff. Let's see here. So if we go back to products, appliances, they look like the appliances that they have already. They just maybe painted them white. Reminds me of sofas. Ugh, another weird, crappy, yucky firewall. But I don't know, maybe they're going to be having some new products here. These look like new. These ones right here on the end, the wireless stuff looks really new. Same with the switches, but the stuff in the middle looks like existing stuff. So I guess we'll see what's going to go on here. I might reach out and say, hey guys, can you send me something to review, to have a look at? But anyways, so link down below for the SFP modules. Oh, I forgot. Let's put this in my pocket so I don't lose my $150 microphone. Let's try this cable. Sorry, got off track there. So let's grab two 10-4 optics SFP modules. Okay. We will throw my cable into one of them. Clip it in there. We'll unplug this for a second. We have to make sure we plug it into the bottom one because it's MAC address locked to my ISP. And if I plug it into the other one there, we will be up a creek tonight. So, of course, I have to pull the cable off the desk so it's all messy. Let's take this cable and not kink it or anything. If you're really lightly with the fiber cable, you'll be fine. But if you start pulling on it and doing stuff, yeah, you'll wreck it. So we'll plug the SFP module into here, and then we'll throw it into my rack back here. Now someone's going to say, you should have put the SFP module in first, then put the SFP or the LC cable. Whatever. Okay. So let's do a speed test now. Back to here. Are we still online? Yep. It looks like it's a little bit faster, probably because of less latency, with a fiber cable than it is with the Cat6 cable. And what do we get? Look at that. 1.1 up, or 1.1 down, and we have 9-10 up. I mean, it's pretty good. I like fiber anyways. It looks kind of neat. I got fiber all over my house here. I got it downstairs, over there. But anyways, I hope to do the third video soon here. I have a video coming out soon about this guy. A little sneak picture there. And that'll be hopefully another good video. So third video of the Untangle will be doing more advanced stuff, rules and a tunnel and all that kind of stuff. But for now, I'm gonna go edit this, talk to you guys later, and if I have any more news about some products that are coming in, I'll let you guys know. Thanks for liking my video. Go do it. Go like the video and subscribe. And have a good night. See you later.